Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, we are doing my journal with me for the second week of August for the 8th to the 14th. Let's get into it, shall we? So I've been dating my pages, which I usually don't do because I usually don't go out of order. But if you saw my first journal with me for August, you'll know that I accidentally skipped pages. So I've been dating my pages so I can make sure to keep track. Alright, so if you don't know, I have been super freaking tired, like all the time tired. And on this day, I don't know what day of the week it was, I actually forced myself to do all the things I needed to do. You guys, I'm just so tired. So unbelievably tired. But I made myself do everything that I needed to do on this day. Because I'm an adult and I can force myself to do things, even if I don't wanna. So I'm just going to, I gotta grab my tape runner. If you also don't know that I am using a pre-made, if this is your first time, a pre-made traveler's notebook this month. So I made myself a journal kit. And my plan is to use as much of this journal kit as I can. This month to try and get rid of everything. Like, I know I'm not going to get rid of everything because there's a lot of stickers. There's a lot of paper in here. There's a lot of everything in here. I know I'm not going to get rid of everything, but I want to get rid of as much as I can. Okay, so on this day, I did all the things that I needed to do. I even helped my kid make taco dip and pico for him to take to D&D the next day. So this was a Friday. I read one book and worked on my cross stitch. I am making a wiener dog cross stitch for my boyfriend, maybe. As I was sitting here looking at it, I think I was changing my mind to who it was going to go to. But I'm making a wiener dog cross stitch for a Christmas present. And I read this one book, which I really quite enjoyed. One of the main characters, my trigger is caught. Okay, one of the main characters in this book had selective mutism, which I found interesting. I don't know if the author did a good job with the selective mutism, but I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the book. Oh no. Darn it. Of course I dropped it. Why wouldn't I drop it? And now I have glue all over my desk. There we go. I also need to finish knitting this blanket. I've been knitting this blanket for one of my son's friends since January. Since I am a slow knitter, you guys. Very slow knitter. So I've been knitting this blanket since January. I'm a little bit over it at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super over this blanket, but I want to finish it because, like, I just need to finish this darn blanket. So it was Saturday and my kid wasn't here, so we got Chinese. We haven't had Chinese in a while. So that's what we got on this day. I worked on the cross stitch some more and read 2 books. I made BLTs for everyone for lunch, and I pissed my dad off. I told him he was being a dick. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, you're being a dick. I'm going to use the rest of this paper since it's sitting right here. But the dog, okay, so Sammy, if you don't know, has Cushing's. And because he has Cushing's, he drinks a lot. He also is hungry all the time because of the Cushing's. And he can no longer hold his pee all the time. So he actually peed in my dad's room on this day. Well, I said he was being a dick about it because every other time that he pees in the house, you hear my dad go, "Oh, it's his disease. It's the Cushing's. You know, he can't help it. He's also a senior dog, blah, 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 blah." If he pees in my dad's room, he has an absolute fit. So I told him he was being a dick. And I stand by that. Okay? That's the boyfriend. He's finally awake. But I stand by that statement, okay? Totally stand by that statement. He was being a complete tool bag about it. So, yeah. I think I'm going to use... So then he was mad at me. And I'm over here like, I don't care. I'm such a horrible person, aren't I? Like, I don't care. You can be mad at me all you want. But, like... If the dog pees in my room or the hallway or the kitchen, it's perfectly fine. Once it's Bob's room, there's an issue. I think I kind of want to do something a little bit different with these photos. I'm going to staple them together into like a little, I'm going to put this one on top because of the blue, a little flip book. Like so I can just flip up. Look, I write the dates on the back so I don't get confused. Sometimes, usually I put them in my journal and the page they go. But I've also been screwing that up. So I'm now just writing down on the back like I used to before. So that flips up. And then I have my fortune from my fortune cookie, which says, "Your creativity will be a source of inspiration," which made me laugh. I need a paper clip so I can, actually, let's put something up here too. Do we have any stickers? Oh, my thing must have opened with all my girls in it, so let's just take a girl out here and put one of these here, and we need something for down here. What do we got? Pair of glasses? Sounds great, you guys. I hear my dog barking because I'm down here and there's nobody up there with him because it's a Friday. And I woke up with my headache is really bad this morning. Really bad, to the point that I laid there forever in bed debating if I even wanted to get out of bed today. That's how bad my head hurt. So I wanted to come down here and get this done so I could be done. All right. The poor dog peed in his bed. He peed in his bed in his sleep. So when I got up, how did I know this, you might ask? Oh, I will tell you how I knew this. So I knew this because when I got up, I need a scissor. When I got up, he was crying for some water, so I gave him some water, and then I picked him up because if you have Cushing's, the dogs are very thirsty when they have Cushing's. So I picked him up, and when I picked him up to put him on the bed so he would just lay down for a little bit, he was soaked. And then I was like, oh, well, somebody just peed on his bed, which was not fun for me because that meant having to wash his bed, which we have a top-loading HE machine with an agitator. So it wasn't actually easy to wash his bed. So I had to take it out right before the last rinse and spin because it would have given me an uneven load. So I took it out and I put it on a garbage bag out in the sun because it was just dripping with water. Like the water was pouring off of this bed. So that's what I did. And I put it out in the sun till it was dry enough to put in the dryer. And then I put it in the dryer. But it took forever. It took hours out in the sun to get even a little bit dry because he has one of them like faux fur donut beds. It's the kind of bed he prefers. We got him another bed because he ruined his last bed with his leaking anal glands. Okay, so I read 3 books this day with his leaking anal glands. So I ended up having to get rid of that bed because I didn't want to wash it. Well, then we bought him another bed, and he didn't like that bed. I have these like flower stickers down here. Let's use up some of these. So he didn't like that bed. So I got him we got him that new bed that he did not like. Well, I don't think he didn't like it. He couldn't get comfortable in it. It was like a rectangular bed instead of a round bed, and he likes to sleep. He likes to sleep curled up. I feel like I kind of want to put that there and something in the middle. What do we have to go in the middle? How about a wishing you the best day? And I could put that there. That would look good there, and maybe get rid of that, put that there. How's that? So that was this day, and it was just super annoying. All right, this day you can see we went to Yummy Bowl. So on this day, I finished pre-filming, guys. Every video for September Build a Journal is done. Everyone is done. So I'm done except for my journal with me's. I am done. Oh no, I don't have to. I was like, wait, what about? But I don't. Don't mind me. Making a journal for October. The September Build a Journal is my journal for October. Some days. But I finished filming all of them on this day. So, the boyfriend and I went to Yummy Bowl. We weren't planning on it. And actually, my mom said to me, because every time I go to Yummy Bowl, I send her a photo, just so she gets jealous. Sorry, Mom. So we went to Yummy Bowl. We weren't planning on it, but we needed something for lunch, and I hadn't planned anything for lunch, and it was already 12:30, and usually Yummy Bowl is packed at that time. But when we pulled, because we were going to Aldi and we were going to Dollar Tree, so when we pulled in, it was actually empty, so we went in quick for lunch. It is honestly one of the few places that we actually love to go, and it's super affordable. It's not that expensive. So we go to it often. So here's my Yummy Bowl. Oh, and I made the boyfriend his birthday present. He's a Mets fan, and he was going to the Mets game. This was Monday. Wednesday, he went to the Mets game. He went up to New York with his friend who was a Braves fan, and it was the Mets Braves. So they went up there, and that's the shirt I made him as his birthday present. I bought him, he wanted an orange shirt with Right 5 on it, because they just retired his number, I believe. So that's what he wanted on the shirt. So that's what I made him for his birthday. And let me tell you, finding the right color orange shirt was super impossible, but I found it. Okay, I finished filming all my September Build a Journal, so everything that needs to be pre-filmed for September is done. We went to Yummy Bowl, then to the Dollar Tree. I said I haven't been to Dollar Tree this much in forever, but it's so convenient now where it's at, so we go all the time. And you know what we go for? We go for drinks. Dollar Tree has the best interesting drinks. I'm not even joking about that. Mine anyway. So my head was pounding. All I wanted to do was take a nap. But according to my boyfriend, I'm insane because I can't shut my brain off. He told me that's insanity. That I should just lay there and listen to TV, and then maybe I can fall asleep. I was like, yeah, that's not how that works for me. Like, at all. That's not how that works for me. Okay, so this morning I had to get up early to go for a doctor's appointment. I needed an ultrasound. A breast ultrasound. I didn't, honestly, you guys, I didn't need it. And I'm not happy that I had to go and get it done because I literally did not need it. Everything came back clear. The reason I'm having to go now is because of family history. And it's quite obnoxious because they want me to go for mammogram yearly and then the ultrasound 6 months between the mammogram, and it's kind of very annoying. Like, I get it, but I don't want to. I know I have to, but it's such a pain in the ass because I have to go to the hospital. That's what's the pain in the ass about it. I have to go to the hospital. When I go for my mammogram, I go to the mobile. We have a mobile mammogram in my area. Do you guys have mobile mammograms? The mobile mammogram goes from doctor's office to doctor's office all around the area I live in. And there's a mammogram machine on an RV. And it's at a doctor's office location for like 2 days in a row. And you make your appointment. You go in, you get it done. They do it right there on the RV, and mine is so convenient because my doctor's office is across the highway from me. It is so convenient to go to. So having to go to the frickin' hospital, and then this time, of course, we had no parking there was no parking in the parking lot of the building I had to go into. So we had to go to another building and park in the parking garage. I was not happy about because then we had to walk, and if you know, like, I have bad feet, bad ankles, so we had to walk very far, not very far, but like from another building across the street to the other building I had to go into, and then up the steps because why take the elevator? The steps are right there and it takes you right to the place. It's just a pain in the back. And guess what? It came back clear, like I knew it would. And then I just have to go for my mammogram in January. And the boyfriend was cranky. Oh my God, was he cranky? He was cranky because the weather for the next day was supposed to be horrible. Spoiler alert, there was like an hour and 45-minute rain delay or something like that. So there was a rain delay for them. It was hot and muggy, whatever. Then he was also upset because he was hoping that Pete Alonso would break the home run record the day they were there. And he didn't. He broke it on this day. And then that was like a whole issue because originally this was one of the dates they were going to go. But they chose this day instead to go, a Wednesday. Yeah. So I got up way too early, came down to the craft room to finish the baby album. I finished the baby album. You'll see, I don't know when you'll see that video, probably October. But it's finally done. The boyfriend headed out to meet his friend for the drive to New York. And my dad came in and said that I want to order food tonight. I don't want you to cook. I want to order out. My dad loves to order out. He loves the fact that you can literally order food and not have to talk to anybody and just have it delivered to your door. I think he absolutely loves that because then he can try all kinds of food. As somebody who is disabled, it's not exactly easy for him to go to a bunch of restaurants. Like, he has to go to Yummy Bowl because their delivery is just not the way to go. Their delivery, you're not able to fill up your bowl as much as you would. I think this is the look I'm going for on this one. As much as you can in person, you can only get a certain amount of food for the delivery price. So you kind of have to go to Yummy Bowl. So that's the only restaurant that he really will go to. it's just too much for him. It's too much for him to sit at an uncomfortable table. It's too much for him to sit there for however long it's going to take for him to eat and to get the food and everything. So he prefers to have the food delivered, which I get. I also don't like to go to restaurants all the time. I don't want to go to a restaurant all the time. But there's times when he's like, yep, I don't want you to cook. I want you to just order food. So I do. I'm going to glue this bag shut. And then tape it in. And I see I have to glue another piece that I missed. Right there. And right there. Okay. So I ordered the glue press because my glue bottle was clogged every time I tried to use it for 2 weeks. And I'm honestly like sick of it. And look, not a problem today. Not a problem today. It's supposed to be here today. It's probably already been delivered. But not a problem today. Like, what the heck? I don't know how far I have to glue this. Glued it right there. And yeah, not having a problem at all today, which is really kind of obnoxious. Come on. Any other time, seriously, for 2 weeks, I've had nothing but issues. There we go. Should I put this over here? Yeah. So yeah, nothing for issues. And so I finally broke down and ordered the glue press, hoping that that would solve my problems because with this bottle, and now I'm not having any problems. Why wouldn't I not have any problems? Okay. So yeah, my dad asked me to order food, and last time the kid wanted Olive Garden and nobody else did. So this time I ordered Olive Garden. And listen, whoever wants the food pays. That's the rule in my house. If you want the food, you have to pay for it. So I believe this, so my dad wanted the food, he paid for it. And if you're going to pay for the food, I will gladly order food. That means I don't have to cook. And as I've said so many times, it's been bad. My headache's been bad. Everything's been bad. So I worked on the cross stitch again. I'm adding one dog basically every day. Here, the boyfriend bought the Carhartt Mets hat. He wanted it so bad, but he wanted to see it in person, and he ended up buying it. And there was a storm. So this is... Every time there's a storm, the big dog tries to lay in the little dog's tiny bed and then jumps on the chair. And I read a book. That is what happens every time. I'm going to put this up here. Oh, I got to trim off the rest of this doily. There we go. And last but not least, yesterday, the 14th. So my dad, okay, so if you saw my video last week, you saw that my dad got put on these pain patches. Well, he thought they were working on the first day, which they weren't supposed to work on. The first day I told him, I said, Dad, that was all psychological. They're not actually supposed to work that quick. So it was all psychological. And then he said to me he was sick for 2 days, nauseous, dizzy, lightheaded. And my father is disabled and he's not steady on his feet in the first place. So he, at this point, he's no longer allowed to take extra pain pills. Like, you're cut off after a certain time because you want the pain patches to work. So he's still in the same amount of pain he's always been in. He He's now nauseous, dizzy, lightheaded. He's not walking great. And I said to him, you need to take off that pain patch. I said, it needs to come off. I said, you're sick from that pain patch and it's not working and you're in pain. It's not working and now you're sick. I said, take off the damn pain patch. Because at this point, he couldn't call anybody to ask because everything was closed for the VA. So I told him, I said, no, you need to take that off. So he took it off. And so, you know, he does feel better this morning. He told me he feels much better this morning. I'm going to put this feather here, just trying to use stuff up. But I said to him, I said, you should call tomorrow and talk to the person who prescribed it and see what they say and tell them that you took it off. And if they ask you why you took it off, you can tell them, how about I put you on the phone with my daughter and I will tell them exactly why I made you take it off. I said, I'm not doing this crap with you. All I need is for you to fall because you're sick and unsteady on your feet. And because of this stupid pain patch that's not even working, I said, I'm not doing this. This is not happening. So he took it off and he started to feel better really soon after that. Like he took, and when I tell you, this man took allergy pills thinking it might be his allergies. He took nausea pills. He took 5 nausea pills and none of them worked. So it was bad. But like I said, he feels better today. Also, my kid, oh, I was so mad. My kid gets home. He's like, I'm going out tonight. I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. Are you going to be here for dinner? He's like, yeah, I'm not getting picked up till like 6 o'clock. So I was like, okay, that gives me plenty of time to make dinner, right? Well, then I go to start dinner and it's like 4:30 when I go to start dinner and I'm making chicken for dinner, which we all know chicken takes a while. And he comes in, he goes, oh, you're making dinner? I said, yeah. He goes, well, is it going to be done by 5:30? I'm leaving at 5:30. And I'm like, I look at the clock and it's 5:06 and I'm like, I can try. He's like, oh, okay. And then he comes up. I'm like, all right. He's like, is dinner done? I was like, yeah, he took a shower and he came out. He's like, is dinner done? I'm like, yeah. I said, can you next time please just text me from work and let me know you're going out so I can like get dinner started earlier so I don't have to rush. That's all I ask. But he went to go see the new Superman movie is what he did. So that was my week. It was a very interesting week. Guys, my headache has been really bad all week, like at a 7. My pain has been at a 7 all week. This morning it was really bad when I woke up. It was at like a 9 when I woke up this morning. So I didn't have that great of a week. You let me know down below. How was your week? How are allergies doing for you if you're in an area with allergies? Because my allergies are really bad again right now and I'm over it and I'm over the heat. Like it's been 90s and high 80s for a few days and I'm just over it. I'm over it all. I'm over summer and I cannot wait for fall. I cannot wait to stop wearing shorts and tank tops and I can't wait to be cold. I want to be cold, you guys. I want to be cold. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because don't forget, September Build a Journal is coming up soon. And if you want to know how to make a journal step by step, you're going to want to tune in. You can also share me with your friends who don't know I exist. That would be awesome. I'm trying. I've been on YouTube for 2 years now, and I have not hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm trying, you guys. So if you could share me, that would be awesome. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next crafty video.